Hello and welcome to Miniature Adventures. I'm Big Lee, and today I wanted to talk about taking our hobby on holiday. So as this video goes out, I am actually on holiday in the UK, having a quiet week away with the family, trying to ignore the probably appalling weather at this time of year, just to get away from the house and away from work for a little bit. And we're going out in Dorset, and there's a load of things we're going to do, and I'll be visiting the Tank Museum, one of my favourite museums this week, and no doubt taking shed loads of photographs. Well, another thing that I've done on some of these little UK holidays when we've had caravans or chalets or lodges in the past is I've usually taken some modelling stuff with me. I've not quite got to the point where I've been taking an entire army away on holiday with me to play games, but certainly I've taken modelling or painting gear away with me in the past, and I wanted to talk a little bit about how you might take your hobby on holiday with you. So many years ago, I had a job that involved a lot of travelling, and it wasn't uncommon for me to spend anything up to a week away, stuck in some motel miles from nowhere, no particular desire to go out in the evening and not much else to do with rubbish on the TV, and I'm not a big TV watcher anyway, and so I decided to take some modelling stuff with me, and I'll try and remember to put some pictures up on here that I took in the past. I made up initially. I made up a roll of modelling gear, and so I had some figures to assemble and clean and stuff. And I thought I'd get that done during the course of one of these trips. And as it was, it turned out to be a great way to spend the evening, you know, in the quiet, listen to a bit of music or something like that. Do a bit of model work, you know, cleaning up some figures and so on. And I very quickly ran out of things to do, and I decided I needed to take it a step further. So eventually I ended up making up a travel painting box with just the bare minimum kit in it, but it meant I could take some stuff away on holiday with me, or if I was on a trip, I could take it away. And in fact, I had one trip down to Southampton. I was there for a week, and I got a load of painting done on that work trip. And then I have in the past, excuse me, taken this painting kit with me away on a couple of holidays. At one point in my last job, I would even take it in and do a little bit of painting during my lunch break, although I don't think I'd get away with that these days, far too busy. But the point is I was able to take some small aspect of my hobby, in this case the modelling and painting side of things, and do some of that on holiday. Now this time I'm not planning on taking any modelling gear away with me. It's been a very busy few weeks. The start of the painting challenge, got a lot done. I'm ahead of where I wanted to be honest. I'm well prepared for when I come back. I've got some figures on the go, so that when I come back from this just a week's trip, I can hit the ground running. And you know, it happens every year. We usually end up going away for the February half term. My wife's a teacher, so we have to take the holidays when she's off. So I've decided this time I'm not going to take any painting gear away with me. It's a different sort of holiday. I'm not sure there's going to be a space for it. When we went away last time, we was in a lodge, and we had a bit more room to manoeuvre, and it was easy for me to set up in a corner away from things. A bit harder where we're going to be this time round. But what I decided to do is I needed to catch up on some reading. I'm constantly talking about how I'm such a bad reader, and I never seem to find the time, you know, between watching videos and reading blogs and so on, and I never end up reading any books. So my latest book acquisition, Conquest of the Sahara by Douglas Porch. Looking forward to reading that. That's entirely about, this one's pretty much entirely about the French conquest basically of Algeria and the southern part of Algeria, which is exactly the period that I'm doing my French Foreign Legion for. There is a follow-up book, Conquest of Morocco. I may well get that at a later date. So I'm looking forward to starting reading that. But I've also got, as usual, a pile of magazines. I get a load of magazines, and I never seem to find the time to read them properly, so I'm just going to take them away with me so I can sit and have a browse, and hopefully I can catch up on some serious magazine reading as well. Another change this time is normally I end up taking away my camera, the one I'm filming this on. I will be bringing it with me as a backup, but actually I intend on taking most of my holiday photos on my phone. I've got a new phone recently, much better camera, much more akin to a really good compact camera in terms of the quality of the pictures and what I can do with it compared to my old phone. Not something major high end, just an improvement on what I had. So I'm going to try to get through the holiday using only my phone camera. We'll see if that works. When I get into the tank museum, I may go a little stir crazy and have to whip out my other camera. But it's not just the tank museum we'll be going to. There's plenty of other military history museums in the area, and of course we've got to do the obligatory animal parks and shopping to keep the others happy. But it's going to be a good holiday nonetheless. So what about you? Do you take your hobby away with you on holiday, or do you do what I'm planning on doing, which is just catching up on some reading? Do you take your models away and actually plan on playing games while you're on holiday? And I'm not talking about purposeful going to wargaming holiday vacations. I'm talking about a family holiday. Would you consider taking an army away? Would you even get away with that? What about painting, or just doing a little bit of modelling work? You know, a little clean up some figures so that when you come back, which again, have you ever done that? Would you consider doing that? Would you get away with it? Would your other half let you get away with something like that? Do you indeed even have time for that sort of thing? Because you know, it may be that you fill your hours on holiday completely with stuff to do and just wouldn't have time for it. But I'd love to hear what you've done in the past, what you maybe plan to do in the future, and what do you think that you would be allowed to do, not just what you'd want to do while you're away on holiday. So that's it, a very short video this week. As I say, I'm actually currently away. I'm filming this before we leave, but I'll be back for next weekend, so I've got another video already lined up ready to go for next week. I'll be able to record that when I get back. So again, as always, if you've enjoyed the video, please like, subscribe and share, and of course if you want to keep up to date with notifications whenever I post a new video, please hit the bell notification button. So until next week, look after yourself, get in as much gaming as you can, maybe take some stuff away with you on holiday, and of course keep rolling high.